Welcome back. I'm Yancey Cook, and here's what's cooking in the sports kitchen. The Gator softball team continued its domination last night in the first game of the Women's College World Series Finals against the defending champion Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama's ace Jacqueline Traina, better known as the J-Train, was derailed last night by the Gator bats, beginning with this Aubrey Monroe solo shot in the third. Hannah Rogers, however, continued to deal, finishing the game with a 4-hit shutout and 3 strikeouts. The Gators scored again in the fifth with this Kirstie Merritt double as Kelsey Stewart hustles all the way around from first, which was the first of 2 runs in that inning. At that point, Gator fans could breathe a little easier knowing Rogers was not going to relinquish a multi-run lead. The Tide put 2 runners on in the bottom half of the 7th, but to no avail, and the Gators went on to win the game 5-0. If the Gators win tonight, they will be crowned NCAA softball champions for the first time in school history. If they lose, Game 3 will be tomorrow night to determine the champions. Over on the men's side, 10 SEC teams made it into the regional round of the NCAA baseball tournament. Now only 2 remain. Both the Vanderbilt Commodores and Ole Miss Rebels are now the only hope for the SEC. Vandy will host the Stanford Cardinal, and Ole Miss will hit the road against the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Florida, LSU, and South Carolina all hosted regionals and were all eliminated over the weekend. Former Gator Matt Dendecker had a great defensive game last night for the New York Mets against the Philadelphia Phillies. Here in the second inning, Phillies first baseman Ryan Howard thinks he has a homer to dead center, but Dendecker goes back against the wall, leaps up, and makes the catch. Wow. Along with flashing the glove, Dendecker decided to flash the arm as well, as he just absolutely guns down Reed Brignac, who was out by a mile at the plate. Dendecker and the Mets went on to win the game 11-2. Staying with the National League East, the Marlins began the Sunshine Series last night with the slumping Tampa Bay Rays in Miami. The Marlins struck early with Casey McGee bringing home 2 runs in the first. The Rays, however, were able to score a run in the top of the 5th on this RBI double from Desmond Jennings down the third base line to bring Sean Rodriguez home from first. But that would be it for the Rays, as Steve Cishek picked up the save for the Marlins with the final score of 3-1. Game 2 of the series will be tonight in Miami. The French Open is starting to wind down as the first day of quarterfinals began today. The women's side of the Open has seen a lot of upsets thus far, with still more matches to go. Maria Sharapova and Garbine Muguruza led off the day, with Sharapova looking to avenge her loss in the French Open final last year. Muguruza took the first set before Sharapova came back strong and took the match to move on to the semifinals. The other women's match today featured Carla Suarez Navarro and Eugenie Bouchard. Bouchard won the match in 3 sets. The men began the quarterfinal round today as well, with Ernest Gulbis taking down Tomas Berdych in straight sets, and Novak Djokovic, the Joker, beat Milos Raonic also in straight sets. So I don't know if you guys happen to hear about this, but Hall of Fame quarterback Dan Marino actually took his name out of a suit that they had filed against the NFL.
Yep. Thank you so much, Yancey. And more news after the break. Stay with us.